Hi everyone, and welcome to Shlime Reviews. I'm Shlime, and in this video, I will be reviewing RL Slimes. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoy this content. And now for our Shlime fam shoutouts. There are going to be 5 of you this week. Jacqueline Foster, Lindley Rion, Simply Nicole, Suri Baksh, and I have a big shout out for Cute Studio Slimes. Gave me a 50% off code to use here. They had won the code and were so kind to give it to me so I could use it to review these slimes on my channel. So I can't say thank you enough to that shop again. It was just beyond kind of them. And without further ado, let's get right into this review. So this package got here in 17 days. It took about a week for them to print the shipping label, and this is an Etsy shop. I paid $59.43 with shipping and the 50% off code, which to me is a little expensive still, but a lot of it was from the shipping. And it came in a box that arrived safely. I ordered 5 slimes from this shop, which were Matcha Layer Cake, Garden Tiramisu, Avocado Toast, Scooby Snack Munchies, and Maple Sticky Bun. The slimes got here safely, but they were not bubble wrapped, so I am lucky that none of them were damaged. And I saw 2 little red beads at the bottom of the box, and I wasn't sure where that came from initially. The shop was also so kind and included some candy along with their business card with some care instructions on the back of it, along with some borax and other add-ins for the other slimes. I was so curious to try this shop out. I'm excited to review it. Also, as a reminder, the ASMR will be saved till the end of the video, and there are chapters so you can skip around if you'd like. Now let's get into this review. The first slime we're going to look at is Scooby Snack Munchies. This is a thick and glossy with Java chips and jumbo foam beads. It's also scented as peanut butter cookies. The theme of this slime is adorable, and I believe this is one of their best sellers at their shop, so I just had to try it. The color is like a light tan, just off-white color. And if I had to envision Scooby snacks, it would definitely look like these little foam and Java chunks. I just thought it was super cute. When I first went to poke the slime, it did want to stick to me a little bit. I like to show how the slime initially is before adding activator, and it really wasn't that bad. It just wanted to stick to me a little bit to the point where I added a tiny bit of activator, and it was perfectly fine after that. This gives awesome bubble pops and is a good thick texture that stretches very easily still. I love the scent as well. Peanut butter cookies is exactly what I get when I smell this. And honestly, what dog doesn't like peanut butter? The fact that this is Scooby-Doo themed with that as well, I just think it's so cute and on point. I also just want to say now that all of the slimes in this review are 6 ounces. You really can't go wrong with a thick and glossy with bead add-ins to give even more amazing clicky bubble pops. I can't get over just how simple but awesome this slime is. It makes sense why it's a bestseller at their shop. This slime also inflates, and because of that, becomes a little bit tacky, but as long as you have activator on hand, it shouldn't be a problem. Overall, I was really happy with this slime, and I recommend it to anyone who likes thick and glossy textures with some add-ins. So for Scooby-Doo Snack, I'm not going to fault it for being a little sticky. It's getting hot outside, so that is more than understandable when they arrive. So this slime gets a beautiful 10 out of 10 Shlime. The next slime we'll be looking at is Matcha Layer Cake. This is a snow fizz slime that comes with these little clay dollops that you put on top, along with some green powder to sprinkle and add a matcha aesthetic. I love the green color. It's absolutely beautiful. The scent for this slime is vanilla cake and green tea, and it's a very delicious blend. I definitely smell the green tea. It's just so delicious. I wanted to play with the snow fizz first before adding the little clay dollops, and it was just a great thick snow fizz texture. It stretched very well and didn't really rip. It had a tiny bit of a wet feel to it, but it goes away once it's fully mixed. So that could have been maybe because of the scent they added. So they gave me 2 packs of the green powder, and there was like a tiny little amount in each one, and I thought it wasn't really gonna do much, but it did. So the packaging was deceiving and there was definitely a good amount to sprinkle on top. Honestly, when I ordered this slime, I thought the little clay dollops were packing peanuts for some reason. I don't know why, but I definitely enjoyed that they were clay instead. This was so fun to decorate, and it's supposed to resemble a type of way to decorate a cake with frosting. I've never had a matcha layer cake, but I thought this was too cute not to try. And then once I added the extra green powder on top, it just completed that look. It was seriously adorable, and it was very easy to squish the little clay pieces. If I'm honest, I didn't feel it changed the texture very much. It probably just made it a bit thicker. It wasn't a ton of clay, so it was more just for the aesthetic before mixing. But I didn't mind that because this was a good snow fizz from the start, and I can't get over that gorgeous green color. It gives awesome bubble pops and is seriously easy to stretch. Some snow fizzes can tear because of how packed they are with the plastic snow, but this really didn't do that at all. It was just so crunchy and sizzly. If you like snow fizz textures, I definitely recommend trying this out. It was so cute to put together and gives just awesome bubble pops. This also inflates a good amount too. So for Matcha Layer Cake, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Maple Sticky Bun. This is a cloud cream texture, and it comes with a side as glaze. I love how they swirled it in the container. It just resembled that cinnamon roll, and for some reason I touched it on top, so I took it out so we could appreciate it more at the bottom. I just got carried away. They did such a great job packing this in the container. But I want to go back for a second and mention that this container had some green on the lid, and I assume it was from packing the matcha layer cake, but I don't know why it was on this container. So that's just something to point out that I would recommend the shop double checking in the future. But regardless, this slime was super cute and it was very fun to decorate. The glaze that they gave me was very well activated, but I was still able to stretch it to give it a cute drizzle. The scent for this slime is cinnamon bun, and it is a delicious cinnamon bun scent. When I went to poke this slime, it gave me a wet feeling on my hands, but once it was fully mixed together, the feeling went away. This mixes into a brown, sort of grayish brown color, but the texture is so lovely. It's very spreadable, and I can't stop saying enough, I love holdable slimes that give bubble pops. This definitely did that. It gave bubble pops. It was easy to stretch. It did leave a decent amount of snow residue on my hands though, but you should be washing your hands after playing with slime anyway. It's just something to point out, and is also capable of inflating. And what I love is that it's also easy to deflate, so you don't need a spare container for afterward. It fits back into the original container just fine. You can't go wrong with a good cinnamon bun scent, and the fact that this was holdable is also a plus. I do recommend this slime if you like holdable slimes. Just know that there is some instant snow that could be stuck to your hands afterward. So for Maple Sticky Bun, just because it was a bit wet when I first touched it, more so than the matcha layer cake, and the instant snow was a bit much, I'm gonna fault it a tiny bit. So this is gonna get an 8 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're gonna look at is Garden Tiramisu. This is a snow fizz butter texture. It comes with a clay top with these flowers on it. And I thought it was so cute and well done, but I will say this is not what the listing looked like. And I wouldn't mind what the slime looked like now, but I have to show you what I thought I was getting. And again, not a big deal, but just a little deceiving. And I do also have to point out that the labeling on this container is a bit difficult to read, but those were my only real things off the bat to say about this. As I started to mix the slime, I could tell the clay piece was a bit dry, as it made it a little difficult to mix into the snow fizz at first. But the more I mixed this slime, it became easier to stretch, but it definitely would tear for the first minute or so I was playing with it. The color is still brown like the base of the slime was, and this is pretty similar to the matcha layer cake, but I could tell it did have more clay in it, so it was a little bit thicker. It gave awesome bubble pops, and once it was fully mixed, it really was so easy to stretch. It did tear a little bit still from time to time, but I'm sure if I stretched it slower, it probably wouldn't do that. The scent for this slime is almond macaroons. And I smell a very light almond blend. It's just a sweet light almond blend, and I do really enjoy it. I just love the bubble pops again. I can't stop saying that. This one definitely is a tiny bit fluffier too than the other one. The slime does inflate a good amount, and I would still recommend a snow fizz texture to you guys. I just wish the picture for the slime in the listing was more accurate, but that's just me being picky at that point. So for Garden Tiramisu, just because the mixture started off a bit rocky, I have to fault that a little bit. So I'm going to give this slime a 9 out of 10 Shlime. The last slime we're going to look at in this review is Avocado Toast. This is a do-it-yourself slime that was listed as multi-texture. It definitely had a lot of different textures to use to decorate this slime. The base they give you is a thick and glossy that's scented as fresh bread, and it's a delicious fresh bread scent. I love it so much. I love all the things that they give you to decorate the slime. It's just overwhelming in a fun way. I did play with the base a little first, and it was somewhat similar to Scooby Snack Munchies. I loved it because you just can't go wrong with a thick and glossy. It was just very poppy. It gave good loud bubble pops and was easy to stretch. I put the clay piece they gave on top. I believe it's supposed to resemble toast. And then they gave the guacamole, which is a type of cloud texture. I love the green, and there's these red beads in it. And actually, these were the beads I found at the bottom of the package when it arrived. And I'm glad it did come from a slime from my order. It made more sense. I drizzled the slime a little bit, and it was very satisfying. I just can't get over that gorgeous color. I did get some bead fallout, so it made me think these beads weren't going to stick to the other slime, but I was being optimistic and hopeful because it did look so cute. I loved putting that on top and then grabbing a white glue that was supposed to resemble the egg whites to an egg. The more you added to the slime, the more it just came to life with its theme. And once the yolk was on top, it was the cherry. It was just so cute and perfect. I really didn't want to squish it. I just really tried to enjoy that look for as long as I could, but eventually got to mixing, and it was just so fun as well. This clay piece was soft and went into the texture so easily. I loved watching all of the different colors and textures mesh together. There was about 4 different slime textures and then the clay, so that was just a lot right there. When this slime is fully mixed, it becomes a darker tan color, and soon after it mixed, I unfortunately found out that these beads were not going to stick. I got quite a bit of bead fallout, but the idea with them was just so cute, but I had to pick up quite a bit of them afterward. Regardless of that, this slime is so soft and squishy. It's very creamy, honestly, and I love how easily it stretches. It's also very spreadable, and the bubble pops and finger pokes are all amazing. I love the texture that cloud slime added with the instant snow as well, and you just get so much slime afterward. They did put the clay piece in a deli container, so you can use that deli container for the extra slime afterward as well. This was honestly a very fun slime, and I think it was like my favorite from the order. My biggest issue was the beads falling out, but this slime is just so fun to play with, and it gives awesome sizzles the more it's inflated too. I highly recommend checking out a do-it-yourself kit like this from their shop. It was very unique, different, and fun. So for Avocado Toast, I do have to fault it a little bit because of the bead fallout, so I'm going to give this slime a 9 out of 10 Shlime. Thank you so much for watching my video, and check out more of RL's slimes. I'll have a link to their Instagram and Etsy shop down in my description. Overall, I was really impressed. I don't try a lot of Etsy shops often anymore, and I'm just so grateful I got the opportunity to try this. Also, if you're curious, I'm on Instagram too, so follow me if you'd like to see daily slimes and just slimes. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.